Hi there, my name is Kaylee.
My name is Shay.
And we're tackling some big debt.
In the Big Apple.
And it's June.
It's June.
Dang near the end of June.
Dang near the end of June.
It's something we do twice a year. Once at the beginning, once in the middle. Is just do a quick scan through our budget and make sure that things are still thinging.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
6 months is a long time. And our budget, I don't know about everyone else's, our budget has a tendency to grow throughout the year. And I'd say the travel video we did last week definitely contributed to that.
Yes.
So, we're just going to scan through. And this is also a good gut check for like our tracking our spending so far throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
And just making sure things are good. So, using the program you see around us, YNAB, also known as You Need a Budget. If you want to check it out, there's a link down below, whatever. But we love YNAB. And YNAB really makes this very easy on us.
Yes.
So let's, what are you anticipating? Do you have any preconceived notions?
I feel like spending within categories has been wildly different over the 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like it's difficult for me to anticipate much of anything because our spending was so different month to month.
We also get spending amnesia. Where we're like, it's, honestly, we usually err on the side of we're doing so bad. And then we actually go back and look at our spending. We're like, actually, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, this is our budget. This is what our budget looks like. I mean, our budget actually looks like this. But this is our budget. This is what our budget looks like. We also want to open a second screen of the same budget, but a different view. So let's see if this is going to work how I want it to. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at all the categories, one by one, line by line, and look at the average compared to our target. I kind of want to include June. I think for the most part, most of our spending in June is done.
I suppose.
And if there's anything we're like, oh, that seems low, we'll re-verify the number because the June number is right there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the move. So what this is the YNAB income versus expense report. It can show all your income. We don't need to look at that. If I could make adjustments to my income up, then I should have done that already.
Yes.
Not really possible. Not kind of out of my hands. And then it's got each of your spending categories, your larger category groups, and then every single one of your categories. So you can go line by line. But it only shows things that you have spent out of. So for example, this little priority section doesn't appear here because this is not a section where we spend money. This is money that stays within our budget. It doesn't leave our budget from these categories, if that makes sense. So we're just going to go on. It doesn't exist to me right now. Rent. We should reduce rent. We can't. This is honestly...
more than some people are paying for a one-bedroom.
less than some people are paying for a one-bedroom.
That's what I meant.
I know. This is what it is. For the neighborhood we live in, which we love, for the 2-bedroom apartment that we have and not having to share it with anyone else.
Which we love.
This is technically below market rate. My brother has a 2-bedroom apartment that is less nice than ours and has all the same amenities. None. And he pays like $400 more than this. Well, him and his roommate, because he has to have a roommate. He. Anyway, Rock Fitness is our gym.
Yes.
We haven't been going to the gym.
We haven't.
I need to go. I don't have an excuse. The gym costs what it costs because it's a nicer gym than some of the others. We could, like, Planet Fitness would be way cheaper, but it's also way farther, and we simply would not go.
And we like supporting them because they're a local business. Technically, there's an Orange Theory.
Oh, Orange Theory is totally different.
But
Orange Theory, it's only classes.
Like classes.
You can't, like, go in and work out on your own, and I won't do classes. I don't like them. Hulu, $9.99. We've been talking with Shay's family about maybe, like, signing up, like, each of us sign up for a different service, and I think ours would be the YouTube TV, so then somebody else would take this. So technically this would go down, but in the meantime, we've got it down as far as it goes. Hulu with commercials, so we can watch Abbott Elementary and American Dad.
And, whatever else they've got going.
They've got a whole Hulu Pride section right now.
They had Mamma Mia.
Oh, I want to watch Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I've also never seen it.
Oh, we gotta watch it. We'll watch it tonight. Universal Yums. We canceled very early in the year because it was fun. And actually, I really enjoyed it. But when we are also trying to lose weight, and so having extra snacks in the house, not conducive.
We just never ate them.
Not conducive to that.
Yeah.
Or we did eat them, and then we weren't happy about it.
Yes, that.
Well, we were happy about it in the moment. Anyway, renter's insurance, $10.83 a month.
Super worth it.
Super worth it. We're going to speed run these bills right now.
Yeah.
iCloud storage. I take a lot of pictures. I'm taking a lot of videos. What with the YouTube of it all, I do all the entire YouTube channel basically on my phone and computer. Have not bought any specialty equipment for it, and I'd like to keep it that way, but that does mean I need a little more space. Mm-hmm. We pay for Shay's Spotify. I get my Spotify free through my job, so in my mind, this for both of us to have Spotify.
It's pretty good.
The math.
Yeah.
And Shay really uses the heck out of it.
I do.
You can't have two people using the Spotify at the same time, so we can't just share it. It just doesn't work out, unfortunately. New York Times is $1 a week, and every time they try to raise it, Shay calls them and says no, and they put it back down to $1 a week. It $1 a week, so it averages out every once in a while. It hits in the same month, but I just changed the target to be $1 a week instead of $4 a month, so that'll offset that. But $4.48. Shay reads the Times every single day. Con Ed is our power and gas company. We've been saving $175 a month. The bill is not $175 a month, but oh boy, it's about to be. So, I don't know, I hopefully have done a better job editing out the background noise, but the AC units, it's AC season in a major way. It's actually heat wave season right now.
It's going to be 100 degrees today.
Today's going to be the hottest day of the whole year. So I am fully anticipating that next month in July, our Con Ed bill is going to be like $300. Maybe more.
Probably more.
So we have been saving up throughout the year. So you can see right here. Actually, can I make this bigger? So we've got $151 saved in there. We're saving $175 a month, and it's been building. So we've got $151, and then next month we'll put $175, and then we'll hopefully be around what the bill will actually be next month. But the average spend is gonna go up for July, August, and maybe a little bit in September, and then it'll go back down because we won't be using the power as much because we won't need the ACs. Fios is our home internet. I got that down. Even it was $69.99, and then I called and I was like, can it be less than that? Well, I web chatted. I said, can it be less money than that? And they said, sure. And I was like, well, this is the one that's gonna go up for sure. This one I'm fine with June being blacked out here because we just moved Shay onto my phone plan from her parents' phone plan. So this is going to go up. But my bill and my brother's bill are going to go down to offset because adding another line gives us a new discount. It's a whole thing. So we're not 100% sure how much it's going to be, but it's going to be a little bit more than this.
Yeah. But less for Kenny.
But less for my brother and technically less for my individual plan. We just have joint finances.
Yes.
So. So we're saving a ballpark amount. There's also YouTube Premium attached to this because it's way cheaper to get it through Verizon than to get it through YouTube.
Oh, heck. I didn't realize that.
She doesn't listen to me. YouTube TV. We pay for YouTube TV during football season, basically, and get NFL Sunday Ticket also during football season. But when it's not football season, we don't really watch YouTube TV like that. So we paused it for like the last 3 months because then you don't have to pay $75 a month when you're not using it.
Yeah. They've got a lot of good stuff, but it is very expensive. Yeah,
it's super expensive, and we're not. If you're not watching it every day, I'm not paying $80 a month for it.
No.
So we just have it paused for the times when we're not going to watch it, and then at the end of July it'll kick back on, and Sunday Ticket will kick back on just in time for football season. It's I think a good compromise.
And I can watch the Barefoot Contessa.
And then Shay can watch the Barefoot Contessa.
Ha ha ha.
It feels like a good compromise for something that I know is a little bit more expensive.
Yes.
The JetBlue annual fee, credit card annual fee, the Shay Chase annual fee. That one hit. Mine hasn't hit yet, but it will. We've been credit card churning, getting points, planning for some travel, so that feels worth it. To me. And then Sunday Ticket, I paid only 1 month. I paid it monthly last year, but I'm going to pay the annual because it's cheaper next year. Oh, look at that. These don't line up. Why not? Get it together. That's crazy. Now, next category group. Kitty committee. We have 3 cats. It's too many.
Yeah. I feel very uncomfortable being outnumbered in my own home.
But that's where we're at, all right? And we're going to give them a wonderful life, and I love them so much. But objectively, too many cats. Wouldn't recommend it. Won't do it again. But I think 2 is a good number.
1 cat per person.
1 cat per person, I think, is
Maximum.
a good move. Being outnumbered by them, yes, they're taking over our home. We have to fight for our lives every day. We vacuum a lot. Meow Box, we get a quarterly box that is toys and treats for them, and I love it. It's great. Sub $30. I think it's going up a little bit. I actually don't remember what it's going to be next, but like a tiny bit. But still less than $30. We only get it once a quarter. You can get it monthly. We don't need it monthly. Too many toys. Cat food, we pay extra for really high quality cat food, and we're going to keep doing that.
They're all very healthy.
Should we bump this up to 75? I think we're saving 70 right now.
Okay.
And it looks like our average spend is $74.09. We did have that month where we got kind of off. We had to buy...
We had to buy emergency cat food.
Yeah. And then, you know, whenever we buy a treat or anything, it bumps it up a little bit. Like this month, I think we bought... Yeah, catnip. Like little stuff like that. Should we just bump it to 75 and let it roll, or do you think we just cover it as it comes?
I think that we can bump it to 75 and let it roll. I think especially because I feel that we are coming up on a good number for kitten incident.
That's true. We will be able to slow that shortly. Okay. Cat food. I mean, $2.34. Okay, cat litter. Our average spend is $41.57. Our target is $35. Now that they're all full grown and settled into routines, it's kind of where it's at. What do you think? What do you think?
I guess we bump it up. Yeah.
What do you think? 45?
Yeah.
I don't like the bumping up. I want bump down.
Well, that's not how inflation works.
No, it's not.
It's unfortunately not the point of capitalism.
Insurance. Harvey's is the only insurance that has hit so far this year. They are all 3 insured. I would like to get to a point where we have enough money set aside where they don't need a monthly insurance payment. But I don't know that we're there yet.
No.
So, but we're saving for their insurance throughout the year. Every month we save a little bit, and then that just covers any catastrophic accidents or an illness or anything that they need treatment for. We can get the treatment, and then we get reimbursed by their insurance company. And that makes me feel better. Helps me sleep at night when they're running around being demons knocking over candlesticks.
And what have you. Yeah.
And what have you. All right, date night. Our average spend so far this year is $278.43.
Is that in alignment with our target?
It's a little higher than our target. I think it's going to even out over time, truly. I think we leave it for now.
Yeah.
If we found ourselves knocking down a bunch of categories and we're flush with cash, I'd say we bump it up. But I don't think we're quite there yet. Groceries, I think we are in a good system with groceries. How are you feeling about the grocery number?
I feel great about the groceries.
Right now our grocery target, if you don't already know, is $100 a week, with $25 a week going into like a grocery restock for like the bigger items. So we do a Costco run once a month at the most, usually a little bit less than once a month, and just do one big Costco run of like proteins and cooking oil and vinegar and like big, large purchases.
Yeah, and I think 414 is absolutely bang on.
Yeah, but June hasn't hit entirely yet, so it'll be like 500 something like that.
Well,
even still, we've been I'd say a little bit up in general across the board, but we've also been buying a lot of convenience foods as of late, and then I think July, August, September, we're home a lot more. Or I'm not here at all, and work is paying for my meals a lot more.
Both of those things, yeah.
So I think we'll be fine. Our average grocery restock spend is exactly $100, which is extremely, extremely satisfying.
Yes.
Goal is $25 a week. Giles wants us to raise it. Giles says more Costco. But that's been working out really good. I think it's been really solid. This is what he does in the night. All right, vitamins. Our target is $40 a month. Our average spend is $27.25.
Heck yeah.
That rules.
Yeah.
Okay, haircut. My haircut's $40 a month. And then we budget $50 a month, so that way once or twice a year, Shay can go get a haircut. Have you gotten a haircut? Yeah, you got a haircut in March.
I got a haircut in March.
We're pretty bang on.
That's $10 extra a month for me?
I guess.
I wanted to reallocate some funds to the occasional manicure because I don't have to get my hair cut so often, but we're setting aside less for me than I had originally thought.
Yep. Clothing. Average $55 a month. We're budgeting $50. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Notions. No.
Mm-hmm.
We're budgeting $20 a month. Our average spend is $23.23.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Notions is Shay's basically sewing projects. Any sewing stuff she needs, fabric, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'd probably like that one to be a little bit higher, but we gotta take some stuff down before we can take some more stuff up.
But, and I can only sew so fast.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. You can only make so many things at a time. Okay, transportation, we're budgeting $175. Our average is $184. I feel like every time we get this dialed in, all of a sudden it goes up. I think this is trips to Connecticut. That Mother's Day and Father's Day.
We took so many, yeah.
So I think we leave it, but we definitely keep an eye on it. We double check on it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
All right, booze. We're budgeting $175 a month. Our average is $150.
Yay!
Do we feel comfortable taking it down to $150?
Sure. Yeah.
I think we do.
Yeah, I think so.
We've been drinking a lot less in general. I think the weight loss goals have really helped with this.
Mm-hmm.
And just being more intentional. Like if we go out for date night and we want to have a glass of wine, then we do that, and that's part of date night, and not like we don't really have booze in the house.
Yeah.
Really.
Not nearly as much anymore.
So that kind of rules, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, ordering food. Another moment of truth. We're budgeting $250.
Mm-hmm.
Average spend is $196.
Yes. Yes.
You want to take it down to $2?
Yeah.
Another one we've been trying to be super intentional about. We've really been trying. I think the goal has been we only want to go out and buy food that we can't make at least 80% as well at home. You know, like if we're gonna go out and eat food, it's gonna be like sushi or something that like making it home
Mm-hmm.
would be not as good, like Indian or something like that. So it's like we're being intentional with it.
A good New York slice.
A good New York slice if we're not going to make it home.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while we'll get Chipotle on a lazy day, but I think those have become much fewer and farther between.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say honestly ordering food has become more picking up a little drink when we're out and about.
Yes.
Which I'm honestly totally fine with if it means that we're underspending the overall goal.
I would say it vastly improves the quality of our lives.
Yeah.
Having a fun little beverage.
Honestly, a fun little beverage means way more to me than grab-and-go food ever will.
Yeah.
Okay, family entertainment we do not have a target for.
Yeah. What's our average spend?
Our average spend is $16.
You want to budget $20 a month?
This was a Valentine's gift. I don't think we need to, no.
Okay.
I think this is a good place for little catch-all moments, but
You don't want to assign a target to it?
no, I don't think we need to assign a target to it. I think having it there is good, but we don't. Not right now.
Okay.
Okay, Starbucks. Average is $50, which is kind of high. But also some of that is we bought my sister a cup when she was in town. So that bumped it up in April. That's why April's so high. Like that would have been down.
Isn't that also our target though?
Yeah, it's like $12.50 a week.
Yeah.
So we're pretty bang on. So I think I'm fine with that. I think we leave it.
Yeah.
Fun money. Fun money is what it is. I'm not changing it. I wish it could go up, honestly. But it's not gonna.
That's okay.
All right. That was so we didn't take very much up in life, but we brought some stuff down, which does make me feel good. All right, household. This is gonna be painful. I think.
Household is gonna be a little wacky.
Household consumables is $92.73 on average. We have had some large months. Why do we think that is? I'm not quite sure what's going on with this category.
I think you and I are trying to figure out some skincare and hair care stuff. I think also part of what may be happening is that stuff gets rolled in there from CVS that may not actually belong to that category.
No, I think
and
we've been
just
much
lose
better.
track
I
of
think
it.
we've been better about that because CVS has. I've discovered on their app they have where you can look up what you bought, like the receipts. So I've been much more careful about.
What's the target?
The target for household consumables is $70 a month,
Oh.
and we're at $92.73.
Hmm.
But I don't necessarily want that to continue. I think we're overspending in this category on like stuff. I don't quite understand. I need to be better about writing in what, like, you bought that fancy hairbrush.
Mm-hmm.
CVS like 8 times. Batteries. I mean, it's just, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, do we think we're actually going to be spending $90 a month consistently? Or do you think we're going to now, because we have loaded up on all these things in the first half of the year, going to chill out a little bit?
Look, that's what I think. Yeah.
That's what you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think because we've loaded up on all these things, like, I'm not going to buy more hair products for the rest of the year. I'm not going to buy more Muji pens for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to buy more face creams for at least another month.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I think I'm hesitant, but I think maybe we don't increase the target, and then we are maybe more aware of this for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Laundry. It's kind of hit or miss. We had a bunch of cash and we put it all in the laundry card, so there for a couple months we didn't really have to put much on there. Yeah. But we have to pay to do laundry in our complex, which I think is silly because we live here. We already pay rent. What did we spend $300 on household fixtures?
It's the futon and the AC.
The futon and the AC were big purchases this year.
Yeah.
And that's true. I don't plan on making any other large household fixtures purchases. Do you?
No.
So I think we're going to chill. We're definitely not going to take the target up to $200 a month. Pretty House. Been good? You've been happy with the Pretty House budget?
I have.
Wicked. Shay Career. Shay did a bunch of workshops at the beginning of the year. Do you have any more you want to do?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
They offer them kind of in like semester schedules, so I would love to set aside some cash to take like a class in the fall.
Okay. How much do you think isn't a good... I mean, we may have to beef this up as we get closer to it, but like how much is a good amount to save per month towards training/workshops? This is not dance class.
I know, it's like $90 is the lowest end per workshop.
So you think if we saved like $20 a month,
yeah,
it'd be more than enough?
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's like in 2 months, we might have to beef it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But $20 a month throughout the course of a year feels solid. Okay. All right, your website's still solid.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't come out till September.
Yep.
Dance class. Do we want a double dance class? So
Not
you
yet.
take 2 dance classes? No, you're not ready yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I need to start. I think I need to take 2 dance classes in a month before I'm ready to up that target.
Okay, and equipment. We don't have a target on equipment. Do we want to have a target on equipment? Like,
no.
No?
I don't think so.
Just budget for it in the moment as it comes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I still need ballet shoes and I still haven't bought them, so.
It's true. Savings account. Okay, high yield savings account is a tough one. Because I don't think we've spent any money out of this technically.
Yeah.
But it thinks we have because the high yield savings account is new to being on budget. So I think we skip this entirely.
I want to look at kitten incident.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're closing in on a number that's something that we can maybe stay at for a little while.
Yeah, we're at $750.
Yeah.
So a deductible for each of their insurance is $500.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 1.5 deductibles saved right now.
Maybe once we get to 2 deductibles worth.
Yeah, we want to call it 1,000, and that's their baseline. Have like a double deductible and.
Yeah. Yes, we can. Giles is just really excited.
Does anyone want a cat? Come pick him up. So yeah, a couple more months, and then we'll cap that and leave it, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on board with that.
Yep. That was the only one that I really wanted to look at.
Okay.
Oh, and cat fixtures.
What about it? We only have $30 in there.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, all the rest of this is
Stuff that pays out often enough that we don't want to change the targets.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or something that's like technology where it's like it's saving up a little bit at a time and then one day we'll use a bunch of it at once, you know? Like cat travel starting to build up towards where we'd cap it, but then we're going to go on vacation next week, so we're going to pay my brother all that money, you know? That's the point of the sinking funds, is to spend them, but still, stop. Retirement and taxes. We haven't paid out for this month, but it's $100 a month to each of our Roth IRA.
Mm-hmm.
Taxes, we paid $140. Well, no, we paid. Well, okay, the taxes are kind of weird. We don't need to do anything with taxes, I don't think. And then this was going in and out of high yield savings, so we're not going to touch taxes stuff. Honestly, I'm like at a certain point, I kind of want to cap this additional tax withholding situation, because I think we're being extremely, extremely cautious with the amount of money that we're withholding for taxes, considering my W-2 job and your W-2 job will kind of offset a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe we cap it at a certain point. I just don't know what that point is. You know?
Yeah. I think
It's hard to know.
maybe we need to wait till our taxes for next year come in before we adjust that.
You think just keep saving the 25%, and then at the end of the year, if it's like way, way under, then we know for next year
Yeah.
we can cap it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah. Because what are we going to do? Oh, no! Extra money?
That's true.
You know?
A self-bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's hard to know because last year we had just gotten married, so like our taxes changed in that way, and this year we've got some additional non-W-2 like side hustle income, and that's kind of changing a little bit. Like it's tough to know for sure.
Yeah. So I think being
Abundantly prepared.
yes.
It's not the worst thing in the world. I
Yeah.
think you're right. Okay, birthday gifts. We're saving $40 a month. We've only managed to spend $20 a month because we usually use it to cover other things, which I don't necessarily love. I'd like to continue building that up.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas giving, on the other hand, that's where part of where the birthday money is going. More general giving. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
Yeah. I also feel like we've got a lot of fall birthdays.
We do have a lot of fall birthdays, so we'll just let it keep rolling.
Yeah.
Just let it keep happening. Hosting is a relatively new category.
Yeah.
So we're going to let it keep on keeping on. We're saving $40 a month for when our friends come to town and they stay with us, and we want them to stay with us, and we want to do things with them, but then it's usually a little bit of an extra expense, so we're saving.
Yeah. It's great.
And it's working out great so far. We haven't really used it that much. Okay, credit card payments. Okay, tickets. Okay, so tickets, our average spend is $145-ish.
Mm-hmm.
We're saving $75, but we did buy tickets to a concert for Shay's dad. I mean, ideally this would be more. We'd be saving more, but I just don't think we got it, truthfully. We haven't been seeing shows as consistently as I would like, and I think if we start seeing shows more consistently, similar to your dance class, if we start seeing stuff more consistently, and we're not taking advantage of the lottery programs and all those things that we could be doing. So I think if we get better at doing that and then bumping up the amount, I think would be the move.
Yeah.
But for now, it's staying where it's staying. And the YNAB Fan Fest, one day they'll tell me when it's going to be. I don't know. Next year sometime. Okay, here's where I think the hard conversation needs to happen. Last week, we did a video where we talked about travel and all the things we want to do. And all of that is still true. I do still want to do all those things. We will still do all these things. But I think the travel category has gotten... It's pretty gnarly. It's a large amount. So, the question then becomes here. Okay, the question then becomes, are we fine with leaving these targets where they are and maybe not filling them up all the way every month, but knowing like where we're at with the actual overall target?
Mm-hmm.
Because, there's going to be months where like, for my birthday, if family sends money or whatever, like stuff we're not counting on, but things that just happen.
Mm-hmm.
Those 5 paycheck months, like all those things will happen. So are we fine with some months just like not funding them all 100% of the way, and like maybe prioritizing some things? Because also like this trip is next week. Like it's gonna fall off after next week.
Yeah.
So are we just like chilling, and maybe this month we don't fund the entire Ireland amount or whatever?
I think that we should, as per our last conversation, maybe move the need buy target to January 2027 for the Ireland trip. And then also, after that gets, adjusted, however it's going to be adjusted, then after that, say, yes, maybe we are okay with not everything getting funded every month.
Okay. So then this one, right now it's 313.34, and we want to have it, we'll say January 4th,
Right.
27. That takes it down to 235, which is a lot more reasonable. Took a whole $75 off, like that's decent. Takes the underfunded down to $775, which is still
a lot.
I will also say for the cruise and this family reunion, I am putting my plan is to put some of my fund money towards these every month to help knock down the cost as well, because those are just me things. Like family reunion, we'll probably still budget towards that, but like the cruise especially, that one's more just me and my sister going.
Yeah. And I know that stuff is probably still rolling in for the anniversary trip, but like...
Yes, and there's going to be some money left from this for sure.
Yeah, so that's stuff that we can roll into the Beth Girls trip and,
For sure. That's the plan. It's just, we're waiting for stuff to clear on that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be done by the end of July.
Yes, by literally, within the next 2 weeks, these two trips are both going to be fully complete and fallen off.
Yeah.
So in July, we'll be able to really assess, this one's happening in July, all three of these actually. Yeah, God, yeah. Okay. So a lot of this stuff is going to fall off, and then we're going to rotate into these things, which will help. So I think the plan should be then for this month, obviously we prioritize, this one's done. So we prioritize getting this one funded for now, and then maybe we can roll anything left from that into the next one. There's a reason I have them sequentially, so that way mentally we can just drop down the line. Mm-hmm. So then if Ireland doesn't get fully funded this month, we just know that, August is a 5 paycheck month. Mm-hmm. So. Creeping back there? He's just a part of it. So, I just feel like we need to acknowledge that there's likely, because who gets paid tomorrow? Just me?
Yeah.
Or tomorrow. On Friday, it's just me, and my paycheck's not going to cover that. Mm-hmm. My paycheck would if I didn't have these dang student loans. But, there's a large chance that, actually it's a guarantee that we're not going to fund all this stuff. So, that's okay. That's honestly fine. Because we'll have the chance to make it up. We've got time on this one. And this was the least planned anyway. Yeah. So. Alright, we just needed to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Oops. Alright. And then our wish farm, which has not been getting watered very well because we got an AC instead, which was necessary.
Super necessary.
Alright, let's look real quick. Our average monthly spending. Hold on, let's not count. We haven't really spent out of high yield savings account. We confuse it.
And then also include May and June.
You're absolutely right. Thank you. I'm gonna take June out. Average monthly spending $62.15. That does make me feel better, because in the grand scheme of what our paychecks are, that lines up pretty bang on.
Yeah.
So these conversations are important, and also they usually make me feel more stressed. All right, we gotta close it out. You got anything? You feel good?
I do.
Why?
Because I feel like we're really zeroing in on our total numbers and able to adjust over categories at this point, which is really, really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the not being able to fund everything is going to stress me out. But that's okay, because it will all get funded eventually. And I think having a general idea of where we are as far as, like, tracking to the goal is important, especially when it comes to, like I said, like, August was 5 paychecks. If we get some extra cash for whatever reason, for birthdays or events or whatever.
Yes, I would say this is also the result of, especially with things that we're planning for, part of the result of overestimating how much we're going to need.
Yes, that's true.
That's part of it.
Because we definitely have done that.
Because you love to build in a big cushion for yourself, and I think
do.
it's fantastic, and I think it's a great strategy, but it also makes the numbers look a little wacky sometimes.
That's true. That's true. And I do that to myself on purpose. So that way there's a little more cushion and ease when the moment comes to, like, spend the money.
Yeah.
Just like, our anniversary trip, we're going to have money left over.
Yes, we are.
We just are. And that's good, because then we roll it to the next. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Is there anything else we need to look at?
No.
Our age of money never changes.
Yeah.
I think it will start changing now that we have the high yield savings account on the budget. But I don't ever look at this, except for when I'm on camera. Here, let's look at our net worth so far this year.
Super, super close to being worthless.
Super, super close to being worthless. We are up. Our net worth is up $21,000 so far this year.
Yeah.
I feel great about that. It's identical, because we haven't been making payments because it's on a forbearance. So,
Yeah.
But the growth is growth. Look, they're about to kiss.
Mwah.
I don't think they're gonna kiss this month. I think July is the month in which they kiss.
I think August.
I think July.
Well, I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see. All right. That's our mid-year budget check-in. That's Harvey. And that's where we're at. So we're going to wrap this thing up, get this posted, get our workday started,
Yeah.
and turn the AC on because it's hot in here. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. You'll see us on Friday morning for a cute little budget.
Mm-hmm.
Pride-themed, because it's
Pride-themed
New York City
budget.
Pride this weekend.
Yep.
And we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah.